my name is Dr. Simon Cook. I'm co-founder and executive director of operations here at Eudaemon Technologies. My career started at the University of Wollongong in science, that is. So I did my undergrad there in biotechnology, and then I continued on through an honours program and then into completing my PhD at the University of Wollongong in molecular biology and biochemistry. My initial focus in my PhD was on bacterial pathogenesis. So a particular bacteria called Group A Strep, which is, at the time was the 9th leading human pathogen in the world. And one particular protein that bacteria secretes called streptokinase. So streptokinase allows these bacteria to cause different types of infections, and it can also be used as a clot dissolver because it's very good at breaking down host or human tissue. After that, my career took a very distinct change, and I was actually tapped on the shoulder and asked if I wanted to work on a Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation grant focusing on developing a next generation condom. So from there to here, I've developed a very diverse skill set where I've gone from the biochemistry background now to developing a medical device. Our main focus is replacing latex with tough hydrogel materials. Now this is to make a better feeling next generation condom. So the primary issues with condoms at the moment are that people don't like the feel, they have problems with the odour, they have problems with the colour, they don't like the taste, and this really makes people choose not to use them. This is a particular problem because we have over 1 million STIs being diagnosed every day, and we have up to 120 million unplanned pregnancies every year. This results in close to a $60 billion health burden across the globe. And so we're really targeting on and trying to assist and empower people to give them a device that they want to use to overcome those issues. So to do that, we plan to replace latex with these tough hydrogels. So tough hydrogels are soft, squishy plastics that soak up water, so they feel more like skin. They have no odour, no taste, they don't cause allergies. And because of the water phase within the material, they can even be loaded with small molecule drugs, so for things like flavours or even anti-STI compounds. Everything that drives the passion in my work is really based around social impact. So even back in the day when I was doing my PhD on that particular human pathogen, it has a huge impact, and I was looking at how it caused pathogenesis and disease, but also the kind of aspect of how you can use biotechnology and harness those proteins to make clot dissolving drugs which solve problems like stroke and pulmonary embolism or help with those things. From there, working on condoms is another huge social impact challenge. It's a global burden. So, sex is something that almost everyone does. It's the driver of humanity, and we want to empower people and give them access to something that empowers them positively rather than negative discourses associated with condoms normally. So if we can do something that allows people to choose to use a condom, we'll heavily be able to reduce STIs and the burden of those around the world. We'll be able to empower people to choose when to plan their families, and globally we'll be able to really reduce the burden of disease and issues associated with those things. Those are the drivers for our company. For me personally, those challenges really motivate me to work harder. Medical devices are very difficult things, and managing a company is a very difficult thing. But for me, being able to have huge potential social impact is something that motivates me every day and drives me to come into work and do the fantastic things that we try to achieve. My interests outside of the lab environment are really around playing music. So I love playing guitar. I've got a bass guitar as well, and also a very average drummer. So I like playing drums too. I also really am interested in sport. So I love playing soccer. I realised that during COVID, all of my exercise and fitness was revolved around chasing a ball around, so whether it was squash or soccer, and I could really feel my fitness dropping off. But since then I've been able to get back out and play a few games of futsal and things like that, which is fantastic. The other side of my life is I'm really into food and wine and beer, so going out with friends and family and having a drink is something that's very important to me, and I really cherish those moments.